shortly.
Let's listen in.
Let's watch.
For so long, the God who makes the changes in this country is about to make a change.
You see
in the current
Texas.
administration and send them home. Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. Tonight we make the decision of what's right for America. More prosperity, less gas prices, less food prices, help for our veterans, and God bless our military wherever they are in this United States.
And Eric.
And abroad.
And there's JD.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next president of the United States.
There's my president.
Donald J. Trump.
Couldn't be more proud.
Everybody here had just a little.
All the things were gone. I wanted for all my life.
And I had to start again. Just my children and another one. Thank my lucky stars
To be living here today.
as the flag still stands
For freedom. Oh, bless his heart. Be an American, where at least I know I'm free. Fight, Trump, fight.
still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. Sing it.
God bless the USA.
We are here tonight with one purpose, and that is to elect Donald J. Trump as the next president of the United States. He's here
I want
tonight
to see
show his
Barron
courage, his
and
defiance
Melania.
against somebody who tried to kill him. You will not take this man down.
Amen.
He has the courage, the strength, and he will be the next president of the United States. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea. Ladies and gentlemen, the 45th President of the United States,
45,
and soon to be
47.
the 47th President of the United States, please welcome Donald J. Trump.
I'd love to see Melania and Barron. Is that Tuck? That's Tucker. Tucker Carlson's there. Fox. Stand up next to you.
welcome Mark Laws from Cedar Springs, Michigan.
A pretty amazing scene there as the 45th president, hoping to be the 47th president of the United States. Walking in, and there you see the first time we see the ticket, Trump Vance.
There's the
J.D.
ticket.
Vance being announced the vice presidential nominee today. We've got an amazing team here alongside us, Britt Hume, Dana Perino, and Harold Ford Jr. Britt, we haven't seen a moment like this.
No, I've covered a lot of these. I've always loved all this hoopla, and ever since Lee Grunewald made that song popular more than 40 years ago, it's been an anthem of the Republican Party, particularly the Reagan era, and now it is back. And I suppose you couldn't have picked a song that would work this crowd up any better than that one did as he was making his entrance here tonight. That bandage on his left ear being the, or his right ear, excuse me, being the result of what could have been an assassin's successful bullet.
It's a stunning moment, Dana. 2 days ago, this man came within a millimeter of losing his life in a very violent manner. And we just watched him walk in these hallways, and you could feel this crowd just building and building. And he does have that bandage over his ear. The mark
A weaker man would never have survived.
I haven't felt energy like this.
Joe Biden
in a
would
long
never.
Time. And then we were here, and there's been no
Oh,
one
look
in
at
the back.
Dana.
Tonight is the first night, and it is electric. I remember the pitch in 2004 at the Madison Square Garden. Unbelievable moment for me. This is just as much for me like that, but even more. The energy in the room is incredible. He's got his VP pick, and he is strong and standing, and this crowd is so grateful. They are ready to fight for him for sure.
He appeared to be moved tonight, you know, in a pensive way that, you know, we're so used to seeing him fired up and pumping his.
Yeah, he looked a little grim.
He looked
Teary-eyed almost.
Yeah.
teary-eyed almost. I would agree.
Emotional.
I would agree. Yeah.
Harold, your thoughts?
You know, 52 hours ago, the president was shot. And I remember where I was with my kids in my kitchen watching. I'm not a supporter of the president's politics. I know him personally, I like him. But you couldn't help but feel a rush of patriotism and pride and gratitude watching him walk in that hallway and walk onto this floor. He's a different guy than he was 52 hours ago. He looked a little different. He didn't look weak. He looked a little different. And I couldn't have been prouder for him. We'll now have to get into a race where we'll talk about the differences between the parties, talk about the differences between the vice presidential candidates. But this moment here is one that I think all of us want to linger a little bit as we watch the 45th President of the United States walk into this Republican hall tonight.
You know, each one of these speeches is different. There's a couple of people on here that they're calling EDAs, everyday Americans, that they want to hear from. Let's listen in to one of them right now speaking in the hall.
I want to hear him speak.
Prices keep going up, but my income stays the same. I just keep putting things off, hoping that I'll be able to afford them again someday. It's got me
Secret
thinking.
Service.
I've been
The
hoping for
Secret
better
Service are right there
days.
at him.
But life is happening right now, and we can't waste any more time on the big boy Joe terrible economic policies.
Little boy Joe.
We need to bring Donald Trump back right now. We need to know and share the 20 promises that Donald Trump has made. We need to get involved with the Trump 47. And you remember, ballots win elections, so that's the best way to do it. I know a lot of folks just kind of tune the politics out, but we really can't afford to anymore. Because we're not living in the same country that we grew up in. Cutesy time is over. We need to all of us put our shoulder to the wheel and push along and get Mr. Trump, Donald Trump, to be number 47 again.
I've said this for 4 years now. 45, 47.
And God bless America.
Ever since they stole the election in 2020. I just love him though.
Bidenomics isn't just story. It has them scared to death. Biden's inflation has retirees at risk of running out of money. The cost of groceries is forcing many seniors to choose between food and
They're
their
gonna show
prescriptions.
ads.
Their
I
Social
love it.
Security isn't keeping up with inflation. And thanks to Biden and Harris's open border disaster, allowing
I'd love to be there.
We're going to see a number of these everyday Americans take the stage tonight and talk about their experience under the Biden administration, and you're going to hear them making their voices known in terms of what policy changes they would like to see. And we're just, sort of still taking in the president as he sits here chatting with Byron Donalds now of Florida. And many of the people who are in this arena tonight, or several of them, I should say, were also on the vice presidential list. But he's making it clear in embracing their presence here tonight that they may play a role as well.
We should talk about that. J.D. Vance, that's the big selection today. Senator from Ohio, Marine, father of three, lawyer, somebody who speaks to MAGA and that crowd. He's a real advocate in Rust Belt states, Britt, and will be an advocate on the road, maybe even a pit bull for this press.
Well, we saw tonight in this interview he did with Sean Hannity, at considerable length, why it was that Donald Trump would choose him. He's spectacularly articulate. He's well informed. He makes the case for himself and for the ticket probably as well as anybody can. So you could see the upside with him, and it was very clear in that interview. And he got the question, right? The question that a lot of people had: how did you go from being an hardcore never-Trumper, saying the most extraordinarily strong things against Trump in 2016 to the Trump running mate and defender you are now? And the answer he gave was, Trump proved me wrong. I'm not sure a lot of people will be satisfied with that answer, but I think that's the best answer he could have given.
He got the call, Dana, we were told, about 20 minutes before the Truth Social hit. This was really a pretty good secret that was kept, and almost in an apprentice-like rollout for this choice. What do you think of J.D. Vance?
Well, here's the thing. I loved his book, Hillbilly Elegy, and I think for a lot of people that read it or watched the movie Wove, kind of know who he is. They might have fallen off and not paid too much attention to the politics of the past couple of years. They're about to relearn a little bit more about him. It's interesting because we do this all the time, so we're very familiar with him. America's not necessarily. When they learn about this story, I think they will be very moved. I do think that President Trump had already won the voters that he could get. So I believe that the choice is one that Trump said, this is who I want to see every day.
Yep.
This is who I can trust.
It's not Mike Pence.
My vision and my policies.
Let's listen into this everyday American Benjamin Joseph. He's trying to buy a starter home with his wife. Take a listen.
Succeeding. He knew we could create millions of great jobs if given the chance, and we did. The Trump's tax cuts and regulation cuts empowered entrepreneurs like you and me and enabled us to expand our businesses. We need him back in the White House.
I want to wave.
Representative of Michigan at this convention, I want to give a special Michigander thank you to President Trump for being our champion.
I'm laying on the floor. You can't tell.
He has inspired so many of us, even in this room, to step up and get involved in the fight to save America.
Hi.
With his
You just
leadership
interfere.
and our help, we will make America affordable again, wealthy again, and great again.
Amen, brother.
May God bless each and every one of you.
Young man who is trying to buy a home like so many Americans across the country, having a hard time doing it. Bill Hemmer is watching all of this from the floor. And Bill, give us a sense. We could feel it so intensely up here, but I'm sure you felt it quite shake.
Yeah, good evening to you, Martha and Brett. It's a bit extraordinary to stare across this arena and think that just 52 hours ago, Donald Trump was screaming, "Let me get my shoes," let me get my shoes from underneath that podium in Butler, Pennsylvania. Really incredible. And
Joe couldn't get up that fast.
You know, we count the hours. It's not even days now. It's hours still, since that sniper's bullet just grazed his right ear. Here down on the floor, I will say from my position here, I can see 3 large monitors. And the monitors have the teleprompter in them. And I've been covering conventions going back to the year 2000, the RNC and George Bush in Philadelphia. And the thinking is that Democrats have a very good message and they stick to the message, and Republicans don't. And that's the main reason why there was a memo that went out yesterday afternoon from the leadership of Trump's campaign that said, stick to the script. And for the most part tonight, Martha, that has been the case. They have stuck to the script. And the theme is Make America Wealthy Again. They have hammered that theme relentlessly, talking about gas prices and grocery prices, and that continues now into the 10 o'clock hour Eastern time. Back up to you upstairs.
All right, Bill, we're listening to Amber Rose, American model. And she's saying why she supports former President Trump.
Wow.
Don't mute it.
What?
When will he actually go on stage?
He won't talk tonight. He won't talk till Thursday.
Okay, turn it back on.
The first person I knew who supported Donald, I was shocked. My entire family is racially diverse, and I believe the left-wing propaganda that Donald Trump was a racist.
Kanye
My
West
father
X
said,
something.
"No, he's not, Amber. What are you talking about?" And when I insisted, he said, "Prove it." So to prove my father wrong, I did my research and looked into all things Donald Trump.
Yeah, whoa.
People have to do their research. I watched all the rallies, and I started meeting so many of you, his red hat wearing supporters. I realized Donald Trump and his supporters don't care if you're black, white, gay, or straight. It's all love.
Our president.
And that's when it hit me. These are my people. This is where I belong.
Yes, girl. We are your people. You look like us.
So I let go of my fear of judgment, of being misunderstood, of getting attacked by the left, and I put the red hat on too. Thank you.
Looks good on you, girl. You one of us.
Love you too. I never felt more free and more love for my country than I do now. I want to thank my father, who's in the audience tonight, for opening my eyes. He served over 20 years in the U.S. military. Thank you for your service, Dad.
Woo!
I love you, Dad. I love you. I love you so much. Thank you. When I met the president and Melania for the first time,
I miss her.
He was kind and generous and funny as hell. Very funny. The first lady was gracious and smart with a smile that will brighten up any room. If you're watching this tonight, you know our country is in trouble. Just like me. When you go to the store and buy food for your family, you're shocked. When you fill up your gas tank, you're pissed.
Yes, girl.
I know I am. And when you turn on the news, you are just exhausted. Inflation is out of control. And you know in your heart it was not like this under Donald Trump.
Go, girl.
My message to you tonight comes from a humble place. The left told me to hate Trump, and even worse, to hate the other side, the people who support him. When you cut through the lies, you realize the truth. American families were better when Donald Trump was president.
Absolutely. Smile.
We were safer, wealthier, and stronger. A vote for Donald Trump is a vote
for
to put
America.
Money back in our pockets and good food on our kids' plates. Yes. Or, as Trump would say, it's a vote to make America great again. Thank you so much.
You go, girl.
Amber Rose, and now we'll hear from another EDA, Everyday American. Look at this.
Years ago, I left Nicaragua for a better life in a fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. America welcomed me and I embraced the values of hard work, learning the language, and respecting the laws. It's the American thing to do. In 2022, my 3 boys and I faced a devastating house fire. We lost everything. And starting over in Joe Biden's economy was almost impossible.
Bless her heart, Lord.
The Biden economy is driving prices through the roof. Rent, gas, groceries, everything. As a life insurance worker, I see the struggle of people trying to save for their future while barely managing their basic needs. I'm living that same struggle every day. Life is too hard right now. One of my sons works 3 jobs and the other holds down 2. That makes 6 jobs for 3 people just to survive in Biden's economy. Our open borders are making this problem worse.
Who's that taking a selfie?
It's upsetting to see millions of dollars being sent to help immigrants who came here illegally, while hardworking families who did it the right way
like you,
are
girl.
left struggling. The fact is that illegal immigration hurts legal immigrants the most. The Biden system is backwards and broken. In Biden's America, opportunities to get ahead are dwindling, and our education system is failing our children. What happened to teaching reading, writing, and math? Now, it's like our kids are getting a degree in pronoun studies. He, she, they, them.
Amen.
I have expect my son to come home with a diploma in Advanced Day 10 Theory. Life was completely different under President Trump. We prospered.
We did.
To my beloved Latino community, it's time to wake up and smell the cafecito.
Did she say to smell the coffee?
In 2020, I made a mistake. A mistake that is hard to admit, especially in this room.
Oh God, she voted for Biden. Oh no. Look at him, he's like, what's she got to say?
In 2020, I voted for Joe Biden.
It's okay. We forgive you. You're here.
I'm sorry. He has made me regret it.
Oh God.
This November, my vote won't be taken for granted.
Nope.
And this time, I won't regret it. Please join me in voting for Donald J. Trump.
made in America. He didn't support Trump's regulatory relief, which made it easier for companies to operate and stay in America and employ Americans. But he got tonight the opportunity to send a message to the Democrats: you're losing my people to people like Donald Trump, so you better open up your doors to DNC and give me a bigger piece of the leadership opportunities.
Yeah. Kellyanne, your reaction when you saw President Trump, who you have worked with very closely in your career and at the White House, walk in here tonight?
I saw a man who knows he got a second lease on life. I see gratitude and graciousness. People obviously here are so excited it's palpable, but I think he got to witness what is now Donald Trump's Republican Party, Martha. The Hispanic woman who became a U.S. citizen, the African-American vote as seen through wonderful South Carolina Tim Scott, the young people through Charlie Kirk, David Sachs representing the business community, of course, the capper of the evening, Amber Rose, I guess a public figure, a popular figure in entertainment, but also you see the head of the Teamsters. Everybody that Trump's bringing together is reflected in these polls. He seems to burrow into the Democratic coalition now. He doesn't need to win 50% of any of those groups to become the next president. Last thing, make America wealthy. I think you saw tonight, not a contest of personalities, not personal insults. This is putting the Biden-Harris record on trial. Bidenomics versus Maganomics. The people who are young are saying, when am I going to get out of debt? When can I buy my first home? When can I get on with the natural accoutrements of an adult life? So people know gas and groceries are up, but you heard other things tonight. It's housing, it's utilities, it's repairs, it's maintenance. People think everyday life is unaffordable. That's unfair. They want the energy independence. They want to return to the party of the worker. And I feel this is Donald Trump showing a year after Brett and you moderated the debate on that stage with 8 or 9 other qualified men and women in the Republican Party and not Donald Trump. You're seeing that this is the party that Donald Trump is building, and he's bringing so many of those candidates that ran against him into this House this week to also address us.
All right, that is a good point. That debate was here in the Fiserv Forum. The former president was not there. He is here tonight and is poised to potentially take advantage in a bump in the polls after this and after what happened Saturday. Joining us now, Shannon Bream, down on the convention floor. Shannon.
Okay, guys, I was here, got stuck in a spot we weren't anticipating being in, but we were right in the right place at the right time as President Trump was coming in, and this place went absolutely crazy. I don't think they've calmed down yet. They were very much anticipating and hoping that he would be here. He's here with that bandaged ear, and these folks have not calmed down yet. They were wrapped with attention. As you said, these everyday speakers made a real impact. People were clapping and cheering. We heard folks saying, I hear you, I feel you. So it very much resonated with the folks here. I gotta tell you though, of all of the colorful delegates we've seen tonight, I want to introduce you to the one who's become the most popular. This is Lambo from Wisconsin, an official delegate. And while this place has been off the charts on the decibel levels, Lambo has yet to be moved by it. He's a faithful service dog, and as the folks get ready to wrap up here tonight, they're already buzzing with excitement about tomorrow. Guys, back to you.
All right, they're taking care of some convention business. They're going to do a couple of benedictions. Back to our panel, Britt Hume, Dana Perino, Harold Ford Jr. Dana.
Well,